Hey everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to do something a little different than I've ever done on my channel. I am going to cut my friend Jeneen's hair and I'm going to cut it while it's wet. A lot of people always like, well, what's the best way to cut hair, wet or dry? But when it's textured hair and you want to get an even cut, you should always blow the hair out as straight as possible. You don't have to press it, but if you blow it out as straight as possible, you can get the most even cut possible and then wet the hair back down. But because she wants to cut off her heat damage today, I'm going to do it while it's wet so that I can see the line of demarcation. Now, if she was getting her hair cut and wanted it straightened again, I would have still blown her hair out and then cut it. But because she wants to wear it natural, I'm going to cut it the way it is just so I can get to her curls. So I'm just going in and I'm cutting it where I see her curls stop and those stringy ends start. I actually going to cut it a little bit above the stringy ends because you want those curls to lock. I'm gonna show you right here. See, it's straight and just one little hint of a curl. So I'm getting all that off, and now I'm just gonna do the next section. Her curls are so nice and tight at the root because she just got a bob cut in it a few months ago, so her stringy hair has been cut off more so in the back than the front. So what I'm doing is I'm taking it off in the back to get to this curly hair, but you'll see that the farther we go up towards the crown, that her hair is not going to be so tight in the root. Well, actually it'll be the same amount of tightness, but it's just longer hair at the top. So you're going to see what we're going to do to manipulate that, because Jeneen wants her hair in a style. She wants it longer at the top and shorter on the sides and around the back. So we're going to have to manipulate her hair to get it to look like natural curls on the top. Today, of course, I'm using my Her Strands of Hair shears. They work with any hair type, even if the hair is wet or dry. It's just a perfect buttery shear. The hair cuts so good, and you guys have sold her out of her shears again. Thank you so much. You also sold me out of my flat irons in 17 minutes, guys. 17 minutes, the irons were gone. And I quadrupled my order this time to make sure that they would just stay in stock. And I don't know what to do. The support from you all is so crazy. I couldn't believe it. I had to shed a few tears. Me, my marketing director, my publicist were freaking out. So I just want to say thank you for buying the flat irons, and they will be on their way by Monday, which is tomorrow. But I hope you guys love them. Now here I am turning the hair to the side because now I'm creating shape. Because the hairstyle she wants, it's going to be, it's shaped. It's going to come in like a taper. And I know it looks a little long, but once the hair gets wet, the curls draw up. So it's going to be really cute. I'm just going in and I'm cutting the sides the same length as the back. I wouldn't, I know I did a trim video, but this I wouldn't necessarily do at home. I would look for a very good professional to give me a big chop if I was going there. I see a lot of people give themselves big chops on Instagram and they be doing kind of good, I think I talked about this before. I hate that they use like kitchen scissors and sewing scissors. Like, you're supposed to use a good shear. And as you get to the top and to the crown, you want to make it a little bit longer because, like I said, she wants it short around the sides and the back and longer at the top. Now, although her hair that's colored is a lot stringier than even her heat damage was, you know, we're not really going to cut it all off, and that's not really purposely done. It's just basically I'm cutting it the same length as the cut that I'm giving her. So the fact that it's a little color left is okay, because it's going to make her coils pop really cute. We were having a really good conversation in the shop, so that's why she busting it up the whole time. The shop, we be having the best conversations. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm gonna leave the commentary on, but sometimes you just gotta kind of keep it private, especially when it's just 3 friends, because that's what it was this day: me, her, and my friend Courtney. So Jeneen has been pressing her hair for years. If you're wondering, like, well, why are her ends like this? You know, she's been pressing her hair for years. She never wears it natural. She just presses it. And, you know, her and her daughter have been talking about going fully natural and just, you know, allowing their curls to come in. And, you know, her daughter wants to cut all of her hair off too. So Jeneen led, which I think is great. I wrote a children's book about it. I'm not going to tell you the ending, but just know that it kind of goes a little something like this. You know, like, as a mom, she led and she got her hair cut off first. And me and her daughter was talking yesterday, and she's like, you know, I'm really ready to go there. So I can't wait. I'm going to record her daughter's hair too, getting her big chop, and it's going to be pretty cool. Now, I know she's looking like Frederick Douglass right now, but just trust me, it's going to be cool, okay? It's not going to be Frederick Douglass. And right here, I'm talking to her because what she said to me is that, you know, she wants the top to be a little longer. So I'm just double checking with her now, and you're going to see her tell me yes. I'm like, come on, what you want to do with the top? You sure you want to cut it longer? She like, yeah. So, you know, that's okay, because although it's not getting all the damaged hair off at once, it's a start. And, you know, this video we filmed a few months ago, and yesterday me and her went out, and her hair was a lot longer than it was when we cut it this time. So the good news is that she wants to cut it some more so that'll get, you know, a lot more of those stringy ends off. Because right now at the top, like I told you before, we're going to have to create the curls to match the back. So I'm just cutting it to the back first, and then I'm going to pull it up and kind of get it to match the sides and layer it out. And then I'm going to go in and start these curls. Now that I've parted out the first section, I'm going to take my royalty sprayer, and I am just going to use this spray bottle. It's a lot less messier than a regular stream spray bottle. It is a continuous mister, and I am just going to, you know, mist her hair down, and I am going to start these coils. I'm going to make a cocktail with Nairobi setting foam. I love Nairobi because it keeps the hair soft. You know, sometimes this is also don't shrink elongating gel. It basically stops the hair from shrinking up too much. I used to use that with my twist out a lot too, but now I think I like African Pride a little bit more. But I do like this Aunt Jackie's Don't Shrink with the Nairobi, because one thing about it is it's softer. So for some people, you might want your hair to be softer. Me, I kind of like a hard shell over mine because it helps it last a lot longer. And I am just going to take this comb. I'm just using a rat tail comb. Sometimes I use a barber comb that's graduated from, you know, longer teeth to short. And I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to grab her hair and I'm going to twist it around and curl them one at a time. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is a lot of work. It is. You don't have to do this. You can do finger twists. You can just do wash and go and just kind of rake through and just shake the hair. But I am trying to give her definition, especially because this is her first time having a big chop in her natural curls. So I want her to get the most out of this. And what we're going to do is over time just try a whole bunch of different methods. That way we can see, you know, what's best for her, because everybody is different. To me, it's just very relaxing to go in and do all of these comb coils or comb twists, whatever floats your boat is what you can say. I just love them. It's just like a really satisfying process. So I like going in and doing this. And, you know, most of the time clients are so excited to see what their hair is capable of, you know, like I think I've told y'all in a few videos, like I've lived my whole life not knowing what my hair could actually do. So, you know, I love showing people what their hair can do, because you live all these years with yourself and you don't even realize like what kind of hair you have. So this is the best part, is just discovering what you got. Now, as you see right here is where it's starting to get tricky. I'm doing, you know, the coils with my comb and it's not curling up anymore. And this is where the hair is starting to get longer, where that damaged hair still is. So this is going to have to just get combed back up into the hair, and that's going to have to go into the hair that I'm going to create curls with. So I'm just going to move around towards the back, because there was still a lot of hair that will continue to curl up at the crown and at the top. So, you know, I'm just going to get all those curls out of the way, and then we are going to get to this next part. So now here is where we're going to start. That yellow flexi rod is, I think it's the second to smallest or the third to smallest rod. And you see how it still kind of curls up a little bit some parts. And that's going to help me be able to wrap those, you know, pieces of hair around the flexi rod a little easier. Like when the hair kind of curls, it just kind of lays right on that roller and rolls up. Some of her ends aren't like that and they're straighter, so you got to do a little more work, but at the end the result will make you happy. Sorry it's a little out of focus. I want to show you, but see how smooth that is? And it's not really a right or wrong way to twist it at the end. You just got to figure out what works best for you, because flexi rods can be a little pain sometimes trying to lock them. But you just want to take a piece every now and then, just put a little product on it because you want it to hold really well, and just roll it as smooth as possible, because you want those curls to be just as shiny and coily as they are in the back. So Jeneen has sat under the dryer for about an hour on medium hot air, and now we are going to take the rollers out. Also, just like when we're blow drying and combing the hair out, you always want to be gentle with any process you're doing with your hair, just so you can save every strand. You don't want to break your hair or cause any damage that's unnecessary, because over time your hair will totally tell on you and you'll have to deal with it, because of how you treated it. So make sure that you're always gentle with your hair. Even though they're shiny, I'm going to take some Glass Brilliant Shine just to add some more oil and lock that shine in. And now I'm just going to go on to the curls that we did with the flexi rods, and I am going to break them up into about maybe 6 or 7 pieces each curl, because I kind of rolled them. I didn't do thin pieces. I did kind of big sections. So I just want to break them up so that she can have a nice little amount of curls at the top. So I didn't have a pick, so I'm taking my shampoo comb and I'm just basically going in and breaking those roots up a little bit so you don't see the parts as much. And I'm also using it to lift the top to the height that she wants it to be. You don't want to rake through the ends, because then you'll end up causing a lot of frizz, and you don't want it to be frizzy, especially not super early. You want to give it time to get older, and it helps it last a lot longer. I'm going to give her a little swoop-de-doop on the edge, and here we go. Go ahead, Jeneen, go ahead, girl. Jeneen got a big chop. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.